My favorite verse from Dr. Martin Luther King is that cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it popular?
You know, there's a phrase in writing sometimes when you stumble upon an almost unbelievable story that you call it the greatest story nobody ever heard. And in some ways, Damon Keith is sort of the greatest judge that nobody ever knows about.
1967 was an incredibly important year for Detroit, was an incredibly important year for America.
The 60s are always hailed as the time when there was a revolution over civil rights, but the legal revolution really didn't take place until the 70s.
Most federal judges can sit on the bench their entire tenure and not have a critical case. So the thought that one judge, African-American judge, appointed in the Eastern District of Michigan, would have landmark case after landmark case, challenge after challenge, nobody could have predicted.
Judge Damon Keith today ruled that the city of Hamtramck, Michigan, forced Negroes out of town.
Rezoning. That's what they called it. We called it removing.
It just seemed as if one big case would lead to another.
The court-ordered busing has been carried out to the accompaniment of protest and violence.
Keith, he took the heat for it.
And by God, we've just begun to fight!
I'm not easily scared.
He wanted to take the Constitution and try to apply it to the circumstances of this century.
The federal government said we can listen in on people's conversations, and Judge Keith at the court said, no, you can't.
One little black district court judge in the early 70s standing up to the federal government.
I would imagine that there were advisors to the judge who would be saying, play safe. Judge Keith has never played it safe.
He was born in 1922. He's lived through times that people like us can't imagine.
I think he remembers his beginnings. I think he remembers it every day.
Why would you designate a person as being black?
But as the first day of school approaches, a federal judge warned this case will not be settled in the streets of Pontiac.
And then the battle began.
But there comes a time in all of our lives when you cannot do that which is safe or politic or popular. You have to do it because it's the right thing to do.